Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Inyerumadeberechukwu Callistus. I am the founder of Global Eyes Modern Technologies. In this training, we are going to demonstrate how we can integrate Google Spreadsheets with Landbot in order to create a chatbot system for our customer service support. Google Spreadsheet integration adds a proper way of recognizing your information in a clean and a functional pages. This integration allows you to send and receive data from Google Spreadsheets, keeping it safe and organized in your Google account. Great. Let's now go over to our Landbot account to make this happen. All right. Now we are on the home page of Landbot application. Remember, if you don't have an account, you need to create an account on Landbot application platform to be able to follow along with this tutorial. All right. Also, if you did not watch our previous tutorial on how to automate customer service support using Landbot, please, you need to do so. The link is in the description. Please, you need to watch that video to be able to understand how you can automate customer service support using Landbot and then integrating with WhatsApp. So we will divide this video into 3 sections. First, the placement, configuration, and different available actions to perform with an example and possible outcomes. All right. Up next, the Google Sheet integration dashboard inside Landbot. And finally, we will answer some frequently asked questions. So to start this off, placement and configuration of the block. All right. We need to create a simple chatbot in order to be able to demonstrate this. So we will click on WhatsApp to create a new bot. Now click on Start from Scratch. Now our canvas is loaded, asking us to start building our chatbot. The first thing we need to do is to add a welcome message. To do that, we just click on the plus icon or you drag it. Now we want to add a welcome message. We can search for messages. Let's search for messages, all right? Okay, click on send a message. Now, what kind of message do you want your visitors to see at first once they open your customer support bot? All right, let's say welcome to Global Eyes Modern Technologies. All right, we can go further to customize this by adding an image or a logo. To do that, all you need to do is to click on the pencil icon, then click on browse to select a media. Now this is our logo. We'll select it. Automatically the logo will be added. Just a second, we will see it display here. All right, now our logo is added. A crucial thing to know is that for Google Sheet to recollect information, it has to be placed after your information has been gathered, letting it send everything to your spreadsheet. When the block is created, you will see all the options to add or select an account. Now we will head over to docs.google.com/spreadsheet in order to create a Google Spreadsheet data which we'll be using for this integration. All right, now we are on Google Sheets account. To start off this, we'll click on blank spreadsheet. This way we are going to create a new document or a new sheet, Google Sheet, which we're going to integrate into our Landbot application. All right, now this is untitled document. We need to give our sheet a name. It can be anything. You can name it anything you want. So let's give our sheet a name. We'll call it Google Sheets doc. All right, next thing is to create the rows that will fit in the variable saved in our bot. In this case, we are going to create 4 rows: ID, name, email, and phone number. So we will do that. So we are creating ID. The next one is name. Then we'll create the next one, which is email. And then we'll create the 4th one, which is phone number or phone. Let's leave it as phone, right? Okay. Now our sheet is created. This way, we have the information ready to use and organize. we will go back to our bot and select the spreadsheet that we've just created and select the specific sheet where the information will be written. All right, so we'll head over to our Landbot. Let's now get into the blocks, different actions and outputs, and then an example for each of them. The three actions we have are insert on a row, update a row, and get data from a row. Let's start with insert a new row. Inserting on a row means that you will be adding a cell of information in your document. To start this, we will have a question block asking for users' basic information like name, phone number, and email. Okay? The next thing is creation of blocks to collect those information. So we will start with name. So look for message or question. So look for question, ask for name, right? Now, automatically it's asking what is your name. Then after we collect name, what is the next thing? We'll collect phone number. Ask for phone number. So next we will ask for email, right? So ask for email. Ask for email, right? So we have the three information required. Having done that, let us organize our canvas to stay organized a little bit. Okay, so we'll organize our canvas to stay organized, to make it look good. Up next is the integration of the bot with Google Spreadsheet. So to do that, we will go straight to integration and click on it. Now we will scroll down to Google Sheets, click on Google Sheets. Now it's asking us to connect now. Okay, so we'll click on connect now. It's taking us to a new tab where we'll enter our email address in order to connect. So we will select our email address. Now confirm it by clicking on continue. So we'll click on allow. Automatically we were connected with our Google account. Now we will head over to Bot Builder to complete Google Sheet integration by creating the block for Google Sheet. All right, by clicking on Bot Builder, we will select our bot, which we've been building before now. All right, so now we will add Google Spreadsheets block by clicking and dragging on the plus icon. Now just type in Google. You will see Google Sheet will appear. We'll select it. Now, by the left-hand side here, you will see Google Sheets window pop up. Now, what we need to do is to make connection to complete the integration, right? This is our account, globalizeng@gmail.com. Now, we will select the name of the sheet which we created. If you remember, we created this sheet here. It's called Google Doc. So we will select it from here. We'll select Google Doc. Once we select Google Doc, we need to select the name of the sheet. Here you can see the name of our sheet is sheet 1. If you name it, if you rename yours, so you need to select the name of the sheet. But for the time being, we didn't change it. It remains sheet 1. So we'll go back and select it, sheet 1. All right. Once we select sheet 1, the next option is to select action to be performed. We have three actions here: either to insert a new row, update a row, get data from the sheets, right? For the time being, we are doing insert. We will do other one later on. So we'll click on insert a new row. All right. So we now need to provide the value, the rows values, which we want to insert. What are the row value? If you remember here, we created name, email, and phone number, right? So we'll put them here. We'll select ID, right? By typing, click on the variable, and then select ID. Now next, we'll click on the plus icon. Now we'll select the next variable, name. Now click on variable, you select name. By this, we are linking the values on bots to the ones we have on Google Sheets. Let's complete the rest, right? So we'll click on the plus icon. Then the next one is email. We'll click on variables, we'll select email. We'll complete it by clicking the plus icon to add phone number. We'll select on phone and then add the variable for phone. Here is it, phone. So once we are done, the next thing we need to do is to click on apply, right? We will click on apply. Now our changes has been applied. The next thing that we need to do now is to publish and test our bot to see how it works. We will go straight and do that by first and foremost clicking on publish. All right, we'll click on publish. Now our work is being published. All right, it's published. So we'll now click on test this bot to test. Now we'll select our number. If you remember, if you followed our previous tutorial, you will understand how to add a number to this. You must have a number registered with your bot account for you to be able to test this. All right, so this is our registered number. So we'll click on send test. The notification has been sent to WhatsApp number registered with this bot account. We will go ahead and check that. Okay, right now we want to test and see how the information will be written on our Google Sheet. I've divided my screen into two for us to be able to see my WhatsApp on web and also the information we are writing on Google Sheet, which is going to be coming into this place. Right now you can see the notification is already on WhatsApp, Landbot test. So I will click on this. Once I click on it, let's see the first message that we get. I'll click on Landbot test. Now it says, okay, let's test. I will click on okay, let's test to begin. We are now having the first message say, welcome to Global Eyes Modern Technologies. Now we have our logo, right? Then it's asking us, what is your name? Let's say my name is Ebere. I'll type in my name Ebere and I will send response. Let's watch and see how everything plays out. Now the bot is going to ask another question. Now the bot is asking, what is my number? So I'll supply my phone number and then I'll click on send. Now the bot is asking the next question, which is email. Let's supply our email. Let's say my email is ebere@yahoo.com. Now I want you to look at the Google Sheet here. Let's see exactly what's going to happen the moment I click send on WhatsApp. Now once I submit, the information automatically will be written on Google Sheet here. Let's watch out and see. Great, you can see our information is written directly on our Google Sheet. This is exactly how to collect information, customer related information, your KYC, know your clients or your customers information using WhatsApp. Automated customer service support using WhatsApp. You can see how you can automate your customer service support using WhatsApp. You don't need to start creating websites. You don't need to start sending files or documents for people to fill or surveys and stuff like that. All you need to do is what? Use a bot. With a bot, you can automate those services and it will be running for you, whether you are working on another environment, whether you are sleeping, whether you are traveling, your bot is there working for you, making you, generating leads for you, helping you to make more money. All right. Now we will move on to the next stage of this video, which is how to update a role. All right. We want to demonstrate how we can update a role. Let's assume a customer made a mistake by typing in a wrong email. How can the client or the customer update his or her email? We're going to demonstrate that on this particular video. All right, we'll move to that. Right, we'll move over to our bot. We'll go back to full screen and then we'll close this. All right, we'll click on X. All right, we've tested this end to end and everything works fine. So we want to move over to the next step, which is how to update your customer information using a bot. For this, we are going to build a new bot system. We are not going to use this. We're going to incorporate another bot into this particular one. Let's see how we're going to do that. Now, update a role. Before entering the next action the block can do, let's add a button block after the last Google Sheet which we've just created. All right. Now, what we need to do is to ask if the email provided by the customer is correct. right? If the email is correct, we'll just enter a message and say great. But if the email is not correct, we will give the customer an option to update his or her email. Let's do that. All right. So we'll click on the plus icon. Now ask a question by typing a button. We'll say, is this your right email? We'll have two buttons. One will be yes, and the second one will be no. All right. For the yes button, we will just say great. Message. We'll send the message and say great. Let's say message. We'll say great. All right. We'll say great. Now for the no, we will provide an option for the client or the customer to enter the right email. Now we will ask for email. Let's say email. Ask for email. All right. Let's arrange this to stay organized a little bit. Now the next block will be to update. Now we'll add a Google Sheet. Now we'll add a Google Sheet block. We'll search for it, Google Sheet block. Now we will do, if you remember previously in this tutorial, I made mention of 3 actions that need to be performed, right? First thing we need to do right now is to link our account, right? Now we will select the sheet, which is Google Doc. If you remember, we created this in a previous tutorial, right? And then we will select Google Doc. Now we will link the sheets. Our sheet name here still remains what it is sheet 1. So we'll select sheet 1. And then we'll select action to be performed. Remember the 3 actions: insert a new role, update a role, and then get data from the sheet. Now we are trying to update a role. So we'll click on update a role. Now, what role do we want to update? First and foremost, we need to link it with an ID. Reference column is the ID. Now we will link it with the variable name, which is what? ID. Now, which role do we want to update? Select the column, and then we want to update email. So we'll click on the variable, we'll select email. By so doing, the email will be updated with the current email that the client or the customer is entering. So we'll click on apply. Now we'll click on publish to publish the latest changes. Once our work is published, you will see it automatically is published, right? Right now it's going publishing. Now it's published. So we'll click on test this bot, all right? Now we'll select our number just like we did before. Click on send test. I will now divide my screen into 2 for us to be able to see the information as we did before. All right. Now the notification has been sent from Landbot to our WhatsApp. We are now ready to test the bot to see how we can update customers or client information on the spot, right? As you can see, I've just divided my screen into 2, showing WhatsApp section and where we can see the Google Sheet section, right? Now we'll click on OK, let's test. Now, once we click on OK, let's test, we'll receive the first message from the bot, which is welcome to Global Ice Modern Technologies, alongside with the company logo. Now, it's asking what is my name. I will enter my name as, let's say, Callistus, and I'll send feedback. Now, the bot is asking the second question, which is my phone number. It's requesting for my phone number, so I will provide my phone number. Then I will send feedback as well. Now it's asking for my email. I will enter a wrong email. Let's say ABC. Let's say abc@yahoo.com. Right? Then I'll send feedback. Automatically, this information will be written on the Google Sheet, as you can see here, right? Now, the bot is asking me the next question, which is this my right email? Let's assume that I made a mistake and I say, no, this is not my right email. I click on no. Now, let's see the reaction of the bot. Now, the bot is asking me to enter the right email. Now, I will put in my right email, which is Callistus, at yahoo.com. Now, let's watch out and see how the bot is going to update this information on the sheet. Now, I will send feedback. Once I send the feedback, automatically the bot is going to update. You can see automatically the bot has updated the information. This is how you will update customers or client information on the spot. Supposing the client is filling your KYC form, that's know your customers information form and stuff like that. This is how you can actually update those information at the spot. All right. Now let's move into the last option. Get data from a sheet. All right, for that I will close this full screen for us to be able to see what we're doing fully. Right, I'll click on X. Now for this example, we will use a way to show the different job offers using data from a spreadsheet document. All right, let's start with a new bot. We'll start a new bot in order to demonstrate this. So I'll click on Home. Then I'll click on Bot Builder. Then I will click on Build a Bot. Now I will select what kind of bot that we want to build. We want to build a WhatsApp bot, so I'll click on WhatsApp. Now I'll click on Start from Scratch. All right, it's now opening a canvas where we'll start building a new bot from the scratch. All right, so this is our canvas where we can start a new bot from the scratch. All right, let's do what we did before by entering a welcome message. We'll make it snappy. Let's say message. Send the message. What kind of message do we want to send? Let's say, welcome to Global Eyes Modern Technologies. Now, if you want to add a media, just like as I did before, you can add a media by clicking on the add a media button, but we don't want to do that right now. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we'll enter a button saying select job offers. All right, we'll have 3 job offers. Right, we'll have offer for assistant manager, receptionist, and intern. So we'll click on button, reply button. What are the 3 job offers that we want to advertise? We'll have for assistant manager. Now click on the plus button to add the next one, which is receptionist. We'll click another one to add intern. All right, these are the 3 job offers that we have available. Now for the text, we'll write a message. Let's say select a job offer. Select job offer. All right, so by so doing, the client will be able to select an offer based on what suits him or her. These are the 3 openings we have. Once we are done, we'll click on create. We'll click on create. So we'll create a variable here. We'll call it job offer. Just click at job, just name it job. Right, then we'll select the format. The format should be string. You have different types of variable you can create: string, name, date, and array. So we are creating a string, so we'll click on create. Having done that, we will now move to Google Sheets to create our Excel sheet that will contain information about the job offers. We will create a new sheet, new file, spreadsheet. All right, I will pause this video and then I'll create the file and then we'll continue. So our job offer spreadsheet has been created with the name job and all the requirements stated. Now we will add series of buttons that will match what we have in the columns in the spreadsheet document which we just created on the job Google Sheet. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. So to do that, we'll just click on the plus icon, the green one, and then search for button. Buttons. Now for the message, we'll put with bracket, we'll say at message 1 with bracket at message 1. Then we will do the same thing for what is the type of description we are putting here. We can put any message, let's say requirement 1. Let's name it requirement 1. It can be anything actually. Let's say requirement 1, right? Then we will create the next button. Now for the message, we'll put it at message with brackets at message 2. And for the requirements, we'll put it requirement 2. Or we can say next requirement. So say next requirement. All right, I will create the last button, which is for message 3. Then search for button, click on buttons. Now it's gonna be for message 3. Let's stay organized a little bit. So this should come up a little bit. So with brackets, just like the way we've been doing, I'll put at message 3 with brackets. Can just say last requirement. Just put in here last requirement. Right. So the next thing we need to do is to link the Google Sheet right now. So what we need to do is click on the Google Sheet. Now select our account. It's already here, Google globalizeng@gmail.com. Then job at sheet 1. Then get the action to be performed is get data from the sheet, right? So we will link all the required variables. At message 1, get message 1, at message 2, get message 2, right? These are all the information that we need to do, and then we'll click on apply. The next thing is to publish and test. We'll click on publish. Takes few seconds. All right, our work is published and our bot is ready to be tested. So we'll click on test this bot. Select the number registered with our bot account. Click on send test. Right, I've divided the screen into 2 to enable us see how the flow works. Now on the WhatsApp, we'll click on the Landbot test, and then we'll click on OK, let's test. We will receive the first message. Welcome to Global Eyes Modern Technologies. We'll select job offer, assistant manager. Now you can see it's giving us, this post requires you to be a PhD holder. Now to continue, I'll click on, I'll enter one and then click on continue to read the next requirement. So it's telling us that the next requirement is that you must have at least 7 years of professional experience. To proceed, I'll click 1 and then we'll see the next requirement. And this is the last requirement. You must be an ITIL certified, last requirement. So congratulations, we've been able to set up this bot, collect customer data, loads information from the Google Sheet query, and everything is working as expected. So we have gone through a lot of things. We have been able to create a Landbot, integrate it with Google Spreadsheets, test it with WhatsApp, and everything works out successfully. So that's all for now. Hope this was helpful, and see you in our next training video. Till then, bye for now.